Sister wives. I think Kody and Robyn Brown are outsiders now. There's red flag evidence. I'm seeing red flag evidence that Sister Wives stars Kody and Robyn Brown are outsiders now. Kody formerly had 4 wives. The OG3, Mary, Janelle, and Cristin Brown married Kody in the early 90s, and Robyn joined the family in 2010. Mary was Kody's only legal wife, but she was convinced to divorce Kody so that Robyn could marry him and he could adopt her kids. However, Kody fell in love with Robyn, whom he believes he has a soulmate connection with, and his favoritism, as well as how he handled the COVID-19 pandemic, drove away the OG3. Cristin left Kody in 2021, with Janelle and Mary following in 2022 and 2023. Up until late 2024, Kody and Robyn lived in the Coyote Pass home on a property the Brown family bought while the family was still intact. After buying the home in 2018 for $820,000, the Browns sold the home for $1.5 million in April 2025. Coyote Pass was a point of contention between Kody and his exes, as Mary and Janelle felt like Kody had slighted them. I think, now more than ever, Kody and Robyn are outsiders, and their behavior underscores this for me. It's become very clear to me in Sister Wives Season 19 that Kody has purposely pushed his family away. Kody spends almost all of his time with Robyn and their 5 kids, and I don't see him making much of an effort to connect with the rest of the family. I've heard Kody say he feels wronged by his ex-wives, and he's lashed out at them with his words and snide comments. I know that Kody has a hard time taking accountability for his choices and actions, and he always tries to justify his feelings for Robyn, which I think is a big red flag. Kody has made himself a villain, and his original family members don't want to be around him. I can see that Kody's frustrating attitude has made him unpleasant to be around, because he doesn't take ownership of how he's made others feel. A shocking tragedy rocked the Brown family in March 2024 when Kody and Janelle's son, Garrison Brown, passed away by suicide. Kody and Garrison were estranged when Garrison died, and Garrison was previously vocal about his resentment and anger towards Kody. Garrison was cremated, and Kody and Janelle agreed to have his ashes buried in Wyoming next to his grandmother. Kody, Robyn, and 4 of their 5 kids traveled with Garrison's ashes to Wyoming, and they did some sightseeing in Kody, Wyoming, before the burial event. The way Kody and Robyn acted during that trip rubbed me and other Sister Wives viewers the wrong way. Specifically, while they were sightseeing, Garrison's ashes were not with them, leading many to wonder if Garrison was left in the car or somehow left alone. /slow_product 7860 on Reddit started a thread where Sister Wives viewers commented on how Kody and Robyn managed and coped during the burial trip and event. I don't think Kody handled Garrison's ashes and memory the right way during the Wyoming trip, and I thought he made the situation more about him and how Garrison's passing affected him. I think Kody isolated himself and Robyn more with the way they handled Garrison's death. Their behavior raised concern for me, and I think how they chose to deal with the events solidified that they are outsiders while the rest of the family was united. The OG3 wives want to wipe their hands of Kody and Robyn, and I know that hope of theirs is closer to becoming a reality since the Coyote Pass property sold. Janelle and Mary were given their share of the profit, meaning they no longer had any business wrapped up with Kody. The only thing Kody and his exes need to communicate about anymore is their children, but Kody has been aloof about that too. Kody is bitter about being left by his first 3 wives, but he has always enjoyed the spotlight. Without having sister wives and polygamy, Kody is a monogamist, and that makes him less relevant to the premise of the show. Kody and Robyn as his only wife are on the fringe of Sister Wives, as their relevancy is fading, and I think viewers are more interested in Mary, Janelle, and Cristin's lies. Kody made his bed with Robyn with his red flag behavior around Garrison's passing, how he handled his wives leaving, and his favoritism, and I view him as an outsider now. For years, Sister Wives documented the roller coaster life of Kody Brown and his 4 wives as they navigated the complexities of polygamy, parenthood, and personal evolution. But now, the tides have shifted so dramatically that it's impossible to ignore. Kody and Robyn Brown are no longer at the center of this plural family. In fact, there's mounting evidence that they've become outsiders in the very world they once claimed to lead. If you look closely, the red flags are waving everywhere. 1. The family divide is no longer subtle. It's a chasm, In the earlier seasons of Sister Wives, the family dynamic was tense but salvageable. Cristin may have gritted her teeth through jealous moments, Mary endured emotional distance, and Janelle often felt like she was raising her kids alone. But there was still a sense of collective unity. That's gone now. Cristin and Janelle have openly declared their independence, and even Mary has finally walked away from her long-dead marriage. Meanwhile, Kody and Robyn sit in their expensive Flagstaff home looking more isolated than ever. Their scenes are no longer peppered with laughter, group dinners, or shared parenting, just melancholy monologues and teary-eyed reflections. The rest of the Brown family is thriving, reconnecting, and rediscovering life beyond Kody. There's a visible joy in Cristin and Janelle's interactions that has been completely absent from Kody and Robyn's side of the story. It feels like two different shows are being filmed, one about healing and sisterhood, the other about denial and distance. 2. Family gatherings are awkward at best, and sometimes non-existent. A huge red flag is the breakdown of family gatherings. The Browns once prided themselves on large, chaotic, love-filled celebrations. Birthdays, holidays, and major milestones used to be the glue that held them together. Now, those events are happening without Kody and Robyn. When Cristin recently hosted a big birthday bash for one of her kids, nearly everyone showed up, except Robyn and Kody. And, what's worse, it didn't feel like a loss to the party. There were smiles, games, laughter, and Instagram stories that made it clear. Life is moving on without the so-called head of the family. Janelle and Cristin have even gone on vacations with the adult children, creating a new version of the family that seems to exclude Kody altogether. It's not just logistics, it's symbolic. They're carving out a new space, and Kody and Robyn clearly aren't welcome. 3. The adult kids are speaking out, and they're not holding back. Once upon a time, the Brown kids were careful about what they said in public. No one wanted to disrespect Dad or rock the family boat. But now that the dust has settled and the truth has become undeniable, some of the adult children are letting their guard down, and the picture they're painting isn't flattering. Gabriel and Garrison, Janelle's sons, have spoken about feeling abandoned during COVID-19. Cristin's daughter, Isabel, openly cried over Kody's absence during her spinal surgery, a moment that still haunts viewers. Even Maddie, one of the more neutral children, has posted cryptic messages online that suggest strained relations with her father. They aren't airing grievances to stir drama. They're doing it because they've lived through the fallout of Kody's favoritism. And their silence about Robyn speaks volumes. It's almost as if the rest of the family pretends she doesn't exist, a signal that they view her as a co-conspirator in the family breakdown. 4. Kody's narrative no longer matches reality. Perhaps the most telling sign that Kody and Robyn are outsiders now is how disconnected they seem from what's really happening. In recent confessionals, Kody speaks as though he's still the center of the family's universe, lamenting how things have fallen apart while refusing to acknowledge his role in it. He blames the wives for not being loyal, lashes out at the kids for not respecting the rules, and doubles down on his loyalty to Robyn, who often sobs beside him, blaming the other wives for not trying hard enough. But the reality is plain to see. Kody and Robyn isolated themselves. They demanded obedience, prioritized their bond over others, and created a dynamic that pushed everyone else away. Now that they're alone, they act surprised, as if they didn't light the match that burned the family bridge. This disconnect from reality is one of the biggest red flags. It's not just a family falling apart. It's two people living in a bubble, unwilling or unable to see the truth around them. 5. Robyn's victim persona isn't working anymore. For years, Robyn played the role of the misunderstood wife who just wanted peace. She claimed to love polygamy, insisted she wanted good relationships with the other wives, and portrayed herself as the most emotional and spiritual of the bunch. But now that Cristin, Janelle, and Mary are gone, Robyn has no one left to perform for, and the cracks are showing. Instead of stepping up to help mend fences, she appears withdrawn and emotionally paralyzed. She cries in almost every scene but rarely takes accountability. Her claims of wanting a big, unified family ring hollow when she won't even attend a party for her stepchildren or reach out to the other wives in meaningful ways.